the big picture, the 2024 goals. I just want to add a little bit of colour. Fucking hell, that was violent. My general mindset around my music channel, I've just had enough. You know, more hours, more money. A proper bedtime routine. More of a smart girl. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. Production. Oh boy, production is a big thing. This goals list is not complete. Welcome to 2024. The lighting is fucking awful. Bye bye 2023. This is straighter than me.
About your face when you're smiling, it's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you.
Hi everyone, welcome to 2024 and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Chloe Elizabeth and I am 22, still working part-time retail. I would say living my best life, but I'm not. Anyway, yes, good evening and welcome to a new year, because it's now 2024. Yeah, basically today I am gonna be doing like a plan with me for 2024. Kind of vlog style, kind of not. I'm actually really hungry because literally I had a little portion of my dinner. I had a small portion of dinner, or it looked like a small portion anyway, but it was a decent sized portion, but I'm always hungry. Yeah, I had dinner like 2 hours ago now, and I don't usually eat like that early. Like I'm usually eating between 9 and 11. I'm in that sort of time period now because it's currently 20 to 11 actually, and I'm probably hungry because literally all I had for lunch was a sandwich and 2 pepper eyes, and that was it. I suppose we ought to start planning for the new year, for a new month. So, the things that I need to do in terms of like planning, I think the first course of action would be to plan out for the next week. I would say that takes priority over everything else. I just need to write out my weekly goals, that's literally it. Because I will show you, this is my bullet journal, by the way. Started it back in August. This is my bullet journal. This is what we're going to be focusing on. And the thing that I need to do first, I need to plan out the next week. So these are my daily goals spreads. What I need to work on is this page here. I need to work on first. I just basically need to write out my goals for the week, add in any like events and reminders, which basically means work, what I'm working this week. And then we can think about things like goals for 2024, goals for January, the page that you just saw, and then the reflection on December. And then I don't know if I want to do a reflection on the last year or not. With it now being almost 11 o'clock, I have now completed my weekly goals. I'm not going to go through them just because we've got so much more to go through. There's just no point in specifically honing in on these weekly goals because, like I said, this is more about like the big picture, the 2024 goals, and things like January goals, which is actually what I'm going to do next. But before I actually set my January goals, I am going to go through both this page and this spread here and add in my washi tape, how I want to have it. I don't think I'm going to use as much washi tape for this one as opposed to like January, as you'll probably see in a minute. I just want to make sure that they're not like looking like they are now. Basically I just want to add a little bit of colour, which is the next thing that I'm gonna do, and then I'll probably go over like my January goals and everything. This definitely won't be like a one-day vlog. It'll probably be, I reckon, over the span of a few days.
letting him see. My hands are shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me, 'cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but don't stare. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. He's got a one-way. This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot, and he has the same effect on me. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip on myself. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it.
Good evening, everyone. So it is now, it's actually the 10th. It's the 10th of January. It's Wednesday. It's actually Wednesday evening right now. And it's currently about 11 o'clock. And I don't actually remember, like, the last time that I vlogged. I think the last time I filmed for this video, it was, I want to say the very beginning of this month. I think it maybe the 1st or something. Most likely, yeah, and it is now 9 days later. And I still haven't written my January goals. Also, yes, because it's so late, I'm trying to keep it as quiet as possible because my sister is in the spare room, but also my parents are coming to bed as well. So I do actually want to work on my goals for this year tonight for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to actually write my goals in on this page. To be fair, I do need to like decorate it first. That will probably be the first thing. Oh, also I still haven't done my December reflection, and I do kind of want to do that as well, so maybe I'll get that done. And then as for like starting to set goals for the year, I'm not going to start in my bullet journal, but maybe like on another in another notebook or something to begin with, because I kind of want it to be kind of organised, because I kind of want to have it into 4 sections. But let's just focus on one thing for the time being, and maybe work on decorating the page and my December reflection.
We have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, even in my wildest dreams, oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
It's 1 a.m. and I ain't tired. I can stand right here and talk all night if you want. I ain't got no place to be, no one's waiting for me. I won't lie, I'm into you. Got like a million ideas what we could do. Cause I'm not gonna let you slip away, I won't waste this. There's something about the way you fix your eyes on me. I can't help myself, fall in love, I go crazy. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love? When you talk or listen close, there's just something about your voice. I think that every word you say to me is like poetry. I just want you for my own. It's really easy to tell that you're the best girl I've ever known. I'm not gonna waste this. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you.
So, good evening. It's now a couple weeks later and it's actually Sunday the 21st of January. Still January, and I told myself that I wanted to get this vlog ideally edited and uploaded by the end of January, because it wouldn't make sense if it was left to be uploaded in February. Even if it's just like, I don't care if it's the 1st of February or something when this video slash vlog goes up. I wanted to finish this, show you my 2024 goals, because even though like I haven't talked about them or anything or said that I've been working on them, I have actually been working on them. And actually, I know I said that I was going to be writing them in my bullet journal in here on a specific page slash spread set up in this space here, which I am still going to do at some point. I'm still going to write them in here, but I will definitely be doing that at some point. However, like I said, I have already been working on my 2024 goals, so actually I have been writing them down in my notes, my Apple notes, so I can access them on my phone and my laptop. I've been doing them on my laptop, and strangely it actually kind of works because I use the notes function like all the time, so like I can always see them, I always know that they're there and I don't forget about them, as opposed to like having them in my bullet journal and forgetting about them because I've gone so far into it that, you know, I wouldn't be able to find them anymore. I feel like this is really going to help me out this year. Also, my glasses are incredibly dirty, and like I obviously did like my skincare earlier because it was shower day, and so I did a face mask, and I've got bits of my moisturiser like kind of rub off around my eyes because of where they sit, and they just generally need a clean like badly. And also, yeah, my hair I've just left to naturally dry. So actually I want to record my screen, and for some reason I cannot remember how. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, for my 2024 goals, I may have already mentioned it, that I was going to be putting them into different sections, and I'm still not quite sure that I've got all of the sections right. Start out with the first one. So section 1 is personal, and then section 2 is like writing, so that's all of like my book stuff and everything. I kind of feel like I want to put on my writing section that I want to get to a point with Effie's story where I start writing it, like the first draft. So maybe I will put that in. Let's put create an outline for Effie's story. So kind of like within that writing section, I've got a few different like subsections in a way. Basically, yeah, we've got a few different subsections, not really named or anything, within section 2, like my writing section, because I've obviously got Nothing But Everything to Hide and that whole universe. I've then got, you know, Bryony's story, which is Scarlet Blood Skies, and then I've got my mystery romance idea as well, and then my singing comp idea, both of which I've kind of been working on, because I'm doing a lot of writing work at the moment, like in the evenings, and like if I ever get just a little bit tired of Effie's story, I'll just switch to one of those and work on those. So in terms of writing and Effie's story, I want to settle on a book title, create an outline, and then, like I said, I also would like to start writing the first draft for Effie's story. Probably, and this will probably be like towards the end of the year, I think, of Effie's story, and then maybe also pushing it, work on the second draft, but I'm not going to put that in. Let's just keep it simple for the time being. Obviously, looking at this right now, this isn't my final 2024 goals list. There's going to be more that I add throughout the year, stuff that I tick off throughout the year, because you can just tick on it just to say that it's completed. That was just an example. I know I don't want to do that, but I want to untick that. But I feel like that's quite a cool feature. I don't know, I'm starting to fall in love with this notes way of doing it. God, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, fucking hell, that was violent. All of my sections, I've got 4, so section 1 being personal, my section 2 writing, which I've already kind of gone through. And the thing with this, like work on Bryony's story, add specifics at the end with these bottom 3, what I mean by that, I want the goals to be more specific in terms of how often I want to work on them, what work on really means for me, and like in what sense, like character development, world building, like plot building, that sort of thing. Maybe I should have like a specific writing plan for the year, because at some point I would love to be able to like publish a book, because I stopped thinking about that for a very long time, and I've just been enjoying it, like enjoying what I do, and like now I'm at a point where I feel like I can start thinking about it again. I'm just getting the feeling that maybe I'll think about that more towards the end of this year. I would like to actually start thinking about next steps for my writing towards the end of the year. So, you know, publishing and actually, you know, beta readers again. I haven't sent to beta readers in a long time. I just feel like after Bryony's story, it was, well, Scarlet Blood Skies, and having that beta read a couple years ago, I want to say now, maybe even a few years ago, I got a lot of really good feedback, criticism, but as of right now, none of that sort of stuff is on my radar. Then section 3, we've got music and my music channel, and section 4, vlog channel and social media, because I've stopped trying to call this channel now my main channel, because I think that mindset was really affecting my growth and just my general mindset around my music channel. Personal goals, let's go back up. So my first goal for this year is to actually start looking for new jobs. I feel like I'm constantly on Indeed, like on my phone, just seeing if there's anything out there, and I'd also like to start applying to new jobs as well. And I'd like to think that I have a new job by mid-year, so by June I'm hoping, or at least have like applied to new jobs, at least a few, and then have been to like a couple of interviews, because I just need to be putting myself out there a bit more. I'm at a point now where it's time to move on from my part-time retail job that I've been in for more than 5 years, because I've just had enough. It's not that I've had enough, it's just, you know when it's time to move on. Then my next goal, kind of related to that in a financial aspect, I want to be saving 15 to 20 quid every week for mine and Ryan's anniversary. Ryan is my boyfriend, if you didn't know, and actually our 5th anniversary, so 5 years, is coming up in March, so we're both really looking forward to that. We've both booked the week off and we are planning on going away somewhere. So I need to be saving up some money for that. Like spending money, because in terms of like wherever we go to stay, hotel, some sort of Airbnb, something like that, wherever we stay, we'll obviously be paying together with our cards. But actually, what I mean by save 15 to 20 quid every week, I want to be saving that in cash from like this point forward, basically. Then the next one, I get the feeling that this isn't gonna happen, but like, because I'm terrible with saving, which is why I said about this one being, you know, save with cash. I would like to be, I've put 10 to 15 quid every week for like to be able to move out, to just moving out funds. Obviously I know that 10 to 15 quid every week times that by 52, basically, that's not a lot. It isn't a lot, but it would be a good start at least, especially if like around June like I get a new job or I have a new job. I want to say in like the second quarter of the year, if I have that, it will probably be a lot easier to save, you know, more hours, more money. I'm hoping that it would be a lot easier to save despite having a lot of expensive outgoings now. It's not even that many, but like I've got my car insurance, you then got to pay fuel, and then I've got my rent every week as well because I get paid weekly, so I pay my rent weekly. Even then, my dad doesn't ask for a lot. I'm just getting to a point in my life where I'm starting to outgrow my space in my family house, you know, with my parents. My next goal is to get back into exercising 2 to 3 times a week, and the idea is that I either use my weighted hula hoop or I go out for my walks, you know, because I stopped going out on them like a long time ago, but I would really like to get back into that. Kind of along the same sort of lines, my next personal goal is to develop a sleeping routine of going to bed between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and waking up between 10 and 11 a.m. I don't know if any of you know this, my sleep is fucking terrible at the moment because I'm sleeping from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah, it's not good. It's not ideal. I don't really particularly like it. I think this year I need to get back to sleeping a bit earlier, waking up a bit earlier, and, you know, just having a bit more time in the day to get things done. I do think I also need a proper bedtime routine, because at the moment all I do is I play Sims and then I'm on my phone whilst I'm in the bathroom, like on TikTok, on Instagram, playing a game like Royal Match, Royal Kingdom, that sort of thing, and then I basically just put my phone down at some point and go to sleep. And I feel like I just need to develop a bit of a healthier routine in terms of sleep, and that's only because, like with my phone, I finished a book that I fucking loved a couple weeks ago, and then the new one that I started reading, I have been struggling to get into it, which kind of brings me on to my next point, actually, my next goal, which is to read 15 books. Usually I just set a goal of like reading 12 books because I read 1 book a month usually. I just want to read a little bit more this year. I've got loads of books in the spare room on my bookshelf that I have not read, so I've put down to read 15 books. And at some point I probably will go into that room and have a look at my bookshelf and see what books I'd like to read this year. Write down a little list. It probably won't be like the final TBR for this year for me, because it'll probably change, but I just want to write down like 15 that I'd like to read this year, but I know that will change even if I do that. And then my last personal goal, because we need to get through this, is to take at least 1 mental health day a month, because I haven't like taken like a rest day or a mental health day for a long time, which I really need to do. Like, I need to be taking better care of myself, so I might even put on here to journal 5 days every week, and that's kind of more of a smart goal in terms of like the acronym, I think it is, as opposed to some of my other goals that I've got on here. And this list definitely won't be, I think the word is exhaustive that I'm looking for. Obviously throughout the year I'm going to be sort of checking in and, you know, ticking things off, like I've already kind of said, adding things. I'm absolutely in love with this way of doing it. It's just so easy because you can change it, you can tick things off. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. To be fair, I've not had my MacBook for that long. Don't actually know how long I've had it for. I think maybe since my birthday last year. Even then, I've had an iPhone for a very long time, so I don't know why I've never done this before for my previous yearly goals. Obviously section 2 we've already gone through and added a little bit, so I'm going to go straight down to here. Section 3, music and music channel. And the idea with my music is to write at least one new song a month, like for myself. What I mean by personal is sometimes I'll actually write songs from Effie's perspective, which kind of comes back into the writing section, but not really because it's more music related. So maybe I'll even put in there to write a song from Effie's point of view every month as well, or from any of like my book characters really. Then my second goal here is to upload 4 videos to my music channel every month. That will include, hopefully fingers crossed, 3 covers and 1 original. And then third goal is to start producing my own songs. That's basically going to mean with Logic Pro using my laptop, and I'm hoping to do like 1 every quarter because production, oh boy, production is a big thing in the music industry. Like, you can take whole fucking courses, like uni courses, just about production if you wanted to. I've even thought about that myself. I want to start producing my own songs, getting used to Logic, because I haven't used it in years, not properly anyway, because obviously the last time I used it I was in college. On the same subject of production, my 4th goal is to learn more about production, like look into courses, like free courses maybe, like online, not necessarily free. Like I said, I want to get back into production, so there is going to be research that I need to do, watch YouTube videos, and just do a lot of practice. And maybe with that practice I can set myself a goal of like doing a certain amount of time each week, or setting a goal of how many hours I want to do in terms of practice, production practice, every week, every day, how many days I want to do it, how much would I want to practice. Maybe let's say practice, for the time being anyway, practice producing with Logic Pro for 2 hours every week. So Saturday and Sunday evenings, like an hour each evening, just practicing. And then the last section does look kind of sad because, like I said, this goals list is not complete because I will be adding to it and changing it throughout the year. And I reckon if you want to keep up to date with this, I'm going to start posting regular updates on my Instagram stories, which kind of works out perfectly because that is what this section is. Because the first goal is to start posting on TikTok. So I need to learn how to film TikToks and edit TikToks, and I kind of want it to be like music related, maybe retail related, like in terms of, you know, if you know Craig Not Craig, Holly Lang, people like that. I want to be doing some of that type of content maybe, and just a bit more, talking a bit more about my, you know, just being autistic. I think I need to learn how to film and edit TikToks. I don't know how, despite watching a load of TikToks that other people have posted. I'm always on TikTok, I swear. And then my second and last goal in section 4, and last goal of all of them, is to post on Instagram at least once a week. So that includes both Instagram stories and posts/reels, because if I'm going to start posting TikToks at some point, I'm probably going to want to post them on Instagram as reels as well, which is another thing that I'd have to learn how to do. And now I think that is absolutely everything. They are all of my 2024 goals at the start of the year. They are my 2024 goals that I have set in the month of January. But like I said, that's obviously going to change over time. And so I think with that being said, that is everything for this entire video. My goals over the year are going to change. I reckon maybe I will check in with my 2024 goals every quarter. That is going to be everything for this video, and I will check in at some point with my goals, see if anything's changed, you know, if I've added anything, if I've achieved anything even, you know. I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below to be notified for every single time I upload. I'm sorry I'm talking so quickly. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!